It got to a point where I was drinking fairly often. It was pretty normal. And I was like, why am I doing this? I'll lay in bed in the morning. I'll get up at like 2 p.m. after a night drinking and be like, what has this given me? What have I gained from this? I'm broke. I feel like feel ill. And it was like I had to think about it, and it's like this takes away more than it gives to me. What is going on, people? This is my story and why I stopped drinking alcohol when I was someone that used to go out a hell of a lot, drink a hell of a lot, and why maybe you should consider it as well. Now, obviously on YouTube, there's like, I find like no one's really in the middle of things. There's like people that are extremists, anti everything, like don't do this, don't do that, or you're not going to succeed, you're going to be a failure and live on the streets, yada 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 yada. Or there's people on the other end of the spectrum who are like, this is completely fine to do it all the time with absolutely everything. I'm not one of these people. I kind of sit in the middle with a lot of things and sit in the middle with this as well. And this is just my opinion and my take and my story on drinking alcohol, with training, with going out, with being someone that's successful, with being someone that wants to actually make something of themselves in their life. And is it going to work? How can you make it work? And how is it possibly damaging what you're doing right now? My story of alcohol started when I was about 13, 14 years old. And in the UK, there is this culture of going out, getting drunk, and it starts from a very, very young age. It's just completely normal. If you don't drink, you're a bit of a loser. If you don't go to these parties, go to these events, you're a fucking nobody. So you get peer pressured into going out from a very, very young age. And it's just the norm. Like, you don't even consider not doing it. So when I was about 13, 14 years old, still in school, my friends would start going out more and more, going to field parties, going out pretty much every other weekend. And I just didn't really think much of it. Everyone would drink to the point of like throwing up. And that is kind of the relationship with alcohol that is just normal, especially in the UK. And I like grew up with. It got to a point where I was drinking fairly often. It was just pretty normal. Like, I don't want to sit here and say like, oh yeah, I had a problem with drinking. Like, I really didn't. It was just completely normal going out and drinking a lot as like a younger person. I went off to university, and obviously the culture for uni is like you go out in the UK like 3, sometimes 4 days a week, get pissed up, get blackout freaking drunk, and then do it all again. And that's pretty much uni life. I interrupt this video to bring a message from my sponsor, Legend London. Legend London make the best fitting jeans in the game. If you're a guy that likes to go to the gym, likes to train, has decent sized legs, and wants to find the perfect fitting jeans, Legend London is the brand for you with their jeans with their 4-way stretch capabilities. It basically means that are stretchy. If you want some jeans so tight that it looks like you're wearing your mum's leggings, or if you want some beautifully fitting slim fit jeans that are a little bit looser, these guys are the people to go to. All seriousness, they are the only jeans that I wear, the only brand that I would go to for jeans. And in terms of fit, for me personally, the slim fit stuff are absolutely banging. I wear a 30 or a 32R, and as you can see, the fit is absolutely spot on. The cargo pants they do as well are also great if you're looking for something that's actually comfortable to wear, looks good as well. I wear a size medium in those, and then the oversized tops are absolutely banging. If you want to grab anything, click the link down below. And like I said, I've used these guys for years, and the fact that I can work with them, like I said in the last video, is absolutely dope because I was buying their clothes before they sponsored me. So thank you, Legend London, for sponsoring the vid. Anyway, back to the video. Anyway, long story short, went out to uni, started drinking more, started going out. I wanted to fit in, I wanted to make friends. I'm not naturally someone that's good at socializing. Like, growing up, I got very nervous in social situations, and even now, man, this video's taken me like 2 attempts to film. I'm not someone that is naturally outgoing. I have to force it. And at uni, like, you have to make new friends. You go to this new place where you know absolutely no one. And I started drinking again, started going out, started drinking more and more and more and more, started to meet people, like made a small group of friends. And around this time, I actually started training properly as well, fell in love with the gym and really got into it and started making YouTube videos. And it got to a point one day where I woke up feeling like absolute shit. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why do I go out when I don't enjoy drinking alcohol? I don't enjoy the taste of it. I don't enjoy going out. And it's like, I'll lay in bed in the morning, I'll get up at like 2 p.m. after a night drinking and be like, what has this given me? What have I gained from this? I'm broke. I feel like shit. I feel ill. I've gone home by myself. Like, I haven't met anyone. I'm too pussy to speak to fucking women still. And it's like, what have I gained from going out and wasting my money and wasting my health and wasting my time? And it was like, I had to think about it, and it's like, this takes away more than it gives to me. And then from around then, I pretty much went cold turkey on it for the rest of uni. Like, I didn't really drink at all, period. And then after uni, I started drinking a little bit more again. I'll get into it in a bit more detail in a little bit, and then kind of found a bit more balance with it. But yeah, something that Chris Williamson said, he has a podcast called Modern Wisdom, really like stuck with me. And it was like, alcohol is the only drug where you have a problem for not doing it. If if you don't drink in this modern day society, you are a weirdo or there is something wrong with you. And that is the reason I drunk so much when I was younger, because I was peer pressured into it. I was more influenced by other people. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be accepted. And it was like then in that first year of uni where I had this epiphany, like, why am I doing this shit? Why am I going to these shit clubs around people that I don't even fucking like? I sound like such a cunt, but I don't even care. Doing something that I don't even like. And I realized it's because I was weak, because I was too much of a pussy to say no to people, to be like, oh no, I'm not drinking. I didn't want to be a social outcast. When I made this decision, I was like, okay, I'm not the drink. I'll still go out, still be sociable. Then people would be like, oh, Mo, stop being such a pussy. I'll be like, I'm not drinking. And they'd be like, oh, I'll buy you a drink. I'll be like, no. And then they'd buy me a drink and they'd be like, yeah, go on. I'll be like, no, fuck off. I'm not drinking it. And after I did that a few times, people would quickly soon know that I wasn't going to be easily influenced by other people. And then they kind of left me alone a little bit, but I still went out and had fun, still enjoyed myself, but I just wouldn't be peer pressured by other people. If I want to drink, I will drink. If I don't want to drink, I won't drink. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. And it's like, once people started to get that, they quickly realized that I wouldn't do it. And like the people that want you to do it, that don't enjoy it themselves, are the people that are in the same situation as you. So the fact that you're saying no it makes them feel weak. It makes them feel a certain way because they can't say no, because they don't want to be judged themselves. So they project this like judgment and make you feel like a social outcast because you're doing that. I'm going off on a tangent, but true strength or true like power is having the discipline to say no and not being swayed by the opinions of others or being forced into doing things that you don't want to do by other people. And now, this is gonna throw a fucking curveball into it, okay? I'm not anti-drink at all. I will have a drink every now and then, and I think it's fine to drink. I think it's okay to drink if you want to do it. It's not going to ruin your life. It's not going to ruin your business. And recently I've seen this trend, and it's like loads of people at a party on a roof singing this song, having a really good time, like obviously drunk. And then it cuts to like this dude by himself in a gym at 3 a.m, like running on a treadmill, sprinting, which he clearly isn't actually fucking doing. He's just done it for the video. And it's like, yeah, grind, work, hustle by myself, like this lone wolf thing. That is being a fucking loser as well, dude. But that being that guy who misses out on things, who doesn't do anything at all sociable, you are also a fucking loser. Don't get caught in these extremes. Don't feel like you have to go out every single day because you're a fucking loser. Don't feel like you never have to go out ever, because you are also a fucking loser if you do that as well. Like going out, meeting people, going to bars, being in these social situations that I found like quite uncomfortable is how you grow. It's how you meet people. It's how you build relationships with men, women, whatever you're fucking into. But yeah, it's part of your development and growing up as well. So if you're watching this, man, like don't be afraid to go out and have a few drinks, but equally don't be peer pressured into doing shit that you don't want to do. The way I think of it, alcohol is a drug. And the only reason that it's so accepted in our society is because everyone does it. It's been in our society for generations and generations, and it's just become accepted because our dads drink, our dad's drink, our dad's friend drinks. It's completely okay from a societal point of view, but it is a drug that increases your risk of cancer, weight gain, heart disease. It's a fucking poison at the end of the day, man. Just because it's legal and it's socially acceptable, it's not okay to do all the time. Have some fucking freedom of thought. The reason that I made the decision not to drink and not to go out every weekend was I was like, this thing is taking away far more than it gives. It takes away from training. It's not just one night that's a thing. You go out and you stay out quite late, the next day's ruined, and then if you get really messed up, the 2 days after that are ruined as well. It's bad for your bank account, bad for your physique. And I was like, okay, I don't get enjoyment from doing this. I don't want to do it, so I'm gonna stop like hard drinking and going out all the time unless it's like something that I really want to do. And it's also when I realized that I was only doing it for that peer pressure and because other people wanted me to do it, it was like much easier to stop doing it so much. And then obviously training's my job. I love to train. If I train to improve my life, I make these videos, I do things to improve my life and to help improve the lives of others as well. And it's like that doesn't align with that lifestyle. Drinking will make you fat. It makes you store fat more easily. Alcohol is like drinking liquid calories, and obviously if you're having too many calories, no matter where the calories are from, they are gonna make you fat. It inhibits muscle gain as well. There's numerous studies on this that I've mentioned in this video here. Like well researched. It's not bro science. There's black and white studies showing that it does these things. Doing it all the time for me just took away so much, and I just didn't enjoy it. And I'd find as well, I've had experiences in the past where I've been out with girlfriends, for example, people that I'm with, and they get drunk and they just become completely different people. Friends or girlfriends would like start fights. They become like aggressive. They become just nasty, not very nice people to be around. And when I get drunk, number one, I just feel a bit retarded. Like if I'm trying to speak to people, I feel like I have a mental retardation. Number two, I just feel like I'm more emotional. So like if I've got someone that's pissed and they're being like really mean to me, like someone that I love, like girlfriends in the past, it would really fucking hurt me, man. And that just contributed this fact of like, why am I doing this? Another reason not for drinking all the time is it disrupts your REM sleep. I'm reading a book called Why We Sleep. So alcohol, again, is not only is it going to have those direct effects on muscle loss and fat gain, it is one of the biggest killers of our REM sleep. And REM sleep is rejuvenative sleep that we need. We need it to lose fat, to control our hormones, to gain muscle. It does so much. It is absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much why I stopped drinking, because I don't enjoy it and it doesn't align with my goals. And I don't want you to think that I'm like, if you drink, I think you're a bad person, or I think it's going to ruin your life, or all that shit. Like, if I loved drinking, I would do it, and I'd probably do it a bit more. But just be aware of how much you do it. What is it taking away from your life? And does it align with your goals? And is it putting you in the direction that you want to go in? Like I said, nothing wrong with it at all. I actually think it's quite important to go out and socialize and have fun with people. But yeah, it's just about finding that balance between work and play, and realizing that if you're at the far end of either end of the spectrum, it probably isn't going to be good. It probably isn't going to be healthy. But go out, have some fun, have a few drinks every now and then, enjoy yourself. But for me, the reason I decided to pack it in or not drink so much was because I just fucking love cocaine, mate. Woohoo! No, I love partying. I love going out. I love getting on it and having a good time, you know? But it's just moderation. I'd rather have like several amazing good sessions with my best mates, like the incredible nights a year where I really, really bond with people and connect with people, versus having like a shitty night out every weekend or every other weekend. Anyway, people, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any opinions on alcohol and if you drink yourself. I love it to bits. Thank you. Good night.